Let's talk about relative versus absolute programmer values. I got a question about this after my last video. Basically, the question was, how do you store relative values? Because it can be difficult switching from MA2, getting used to working in absolute and relative layers in the programmer, and I absolutely agree that was definitely a learning curve. So let's go over it. I'm going to come over here and select my washes, and I'm going to turn them on. I hit at to put 100% in the programmer. We can see that we are in the absolute layer because, first off, absolute is selected, this is red, and it says 100. Also because the dimmer has this red bar here that shows us that the absolute layer is active with some values in it. Now, suppose we would like to put some information in the relative layer. Let's go over here, click this and say maybe 50. Now we have a value active in the relative layer. And you can see we have red and pink here and here. Pink means there's something in the relative layer. Let's see if I turn these off. Now I'm going to select my washes again. With my washes selected, what if I want to skip the absolute layer and go directly to the relative layer? Click this, put a value here. It has now put that value in the relative layer. Now we can store this somewhere. Let's say I'm going to go here. This is just my general preset pool. Now we need to store this value. Now there are several problems that could arise when we try to store it. For example, if your preset pool is set to only use absolute values, that can be a setting on your preset pool that you might have to change. But let's say there's nothing like that. In this case, this preset pool has an open filter. You can store anything in it. I'm going to hit store, tap on an empty pool object, and you can see on here it's showing me there is a pink line there that is telling me I have a relative value stored in that preset. So we have now successfully stored a value in the relative layer in that preset, and now I can select my washes, give them a value maybe 50% in the dimmer in the absolute layer. Then I'm going to click this preset, and now we have them at 100% because they're 50 in the absolute, 50 in the relative. So I'm hopeful that that has answered any confusion.